Good morning, guys. Sorry I'm a little bit late. Today is Wednesday, April the 1st, so happy April Fool's Day. Just got done with a Zoom meeting with some of our students. Mrs. Letterly and I were talking with our kids about the latest situation. We'll get into that a little bit later, but for today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to draw kind of like an interior space of a ramen shop. And so we're going to kind of create an environment inside of a ramen shop. And we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're not going to be necessarily drawing your typical customers eating ramen. We're going to use kind of one-point perspective in this. And we're going to first create a horizon line here and a vanishing point. And so what we're going to use this for is to create an environment inside of here. All right, we're going to create the countertop. And we're going to basically put a vanishing point here. So a vanishing point is a tool that a lot of artists use to create a reference point. All right, and so we're going to draw a horizon line here. This is an imaginary horizon line and imaginary vanishing point as a tool. And we're going to create two angles, one here, not quite straight down, but not too far angled, and then another one that runs a little bit closer to an angle going down away from the vanishing point towards our right hand side here, okay? Okay, so these are the two lines that I want you to create right now, okay? The next line that we're going to create is kind of a vertical line here. Okay. And this vertical line is going to help us. All right, now, here's the thing. If we're working, and this is something I explained to all my art students, if we're working above the horizon line, your angles from the vanishing point are going to be going up, okay? If you're working below our horizon line, we're going to be angling down. Does that make sense? So what we're going to do here is we're going to go close here, and we're going to keep working kind of below the horizon line. I have multiple lines, and I'm not using a ruler, I'm just kind of drawing this out, just sketching it out. I'm just freehanding this, okay? So what this is going to represent for me is this is going to be a countertop where people are going to be eating their ramen on. This is going to be a counter going up. And this is another layer where your accoutrement, like napkins and chopsticks, are going to go, as well as any kind of bowls that are being presented by the ramen chef, okay? We're also going to create, because now we're going to be working above a horizon line. We're going to be angling up. Okay, I'm going to create two lines here. Hi guys, good morning, good morning. All right. And we're going to connect from here to here. So basically now I'm squaring off information here. And because this is one-point perspective, and we've gone over this, because this is one-point perspective, our verticals are going to be straight up and down. Our horizontal lines are going to be straight across, because we were, again, only using one vanishing point. If I was using two vanishing points, well then I would need to know that my angles, my horizontals are not going to be true horizontals. They're going to be actually angled by the two vanishing points. And we'll get into that later. But for today, we're going to be drawing the interior of this ramen place, this ramen shop, just using 1 point perspective. Okay. Cool. All right. Going to be a reference right there. All right. I'm going to show the interior ceiling of our ramen place. And I'm always trying to reference, to make this look realistic, everything that's going on. So I'm always referencing from this vanishing point as I'm going along. Okay? So these are all going to be angles and reference lines for our ramen shop. Okay? Now, have our counter, have our kitchen in the back here. Okay. Other things going on behind here. This is going to be our main counter of our ramen shop. Okay. So we're gonna actually also have guests, and who are gonna be the guests to our ramen shop? You know what I'm thinking is we're not gonna make this a human ramen shop. Maybe we'll make this more of a creature ramen shop, or maybe an animal ramen shop, right? So in scale wise, I want to have kind of like a person or thing here. That's going to be the head of whatever I decide. Maybe I'm going to make this more like so. Maybe that's going to be a bear coming to the ramen shop. Yeah? So I want you to make kind of a pear shape right there on the left-hand side. Okay? And we'll make it a California grizzly. How about that? All right. And he's going to be holding his bowl of ramen. So we're going to do an ellipse here. This is more like a paw. We're just making really basic shapes here, right? And maybe the bear's got a little bit of a gut. Okay. And he's got one claw here holding his bowl. Big bowl for big boy, right? It's holding chopsticks. Okay. Bowl with a full bowl of ramen here. It's an interesting thing, though. It's like we only have one ramen shop in all of Monterey. Okay, so he's got a big bowl of ramen. And I'm doing another ellipse here. All right. So basic shapes. Placeholders here for his chopsticks. Just parallel lines here. All right. All right, so then we have a bear sitting at a ramen table here. Maybe we'll give him more of a 3/4 view here. We're just gonna go through and kind of add some details, yeah? His nose. Right? So he's a happy bear. Let's see, who else is going to be sitting at this table kind of eating ramen? I don't know. Maybe we'll have a placeholder here. Another person who's destroying or crushing it. We'll also include another bowl here. We'll figure out who that's going to be in a minute. Ellipse on the top, come down. Okay. Container here. Make that a container of chopsticks. Just make a cylinder, 2 parallel lines, curve the bottom, ellipse on the top, chopsticks. We'll just put some lines there for right now. Maybe a bottle of shoyu, which is like a small cylinder here, followed by another one here. Okay. Bottle of shoyu. Yeah. Soy sauce. Maybe a little bowl for chives or whatever else. Maybe he's having a little tea to go along with his meal, as you can see here. Again, cylinder, but kind of curve the bottom here. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Same thing here, just make a smaller bowl. Maybe another container of chopsticks. We're just setting the environment here. Maybe a teapot for the tea that everybody's drinking. All right. And we're going to pull these angles here so we can get our straight across. Maybe that's going to be napkins. Okay. Some more teacups. Just creating an environment, a believable environment here. Okay, empty bowl, another bowl. All right. And we'll have someone who is giving some ramen out. And my dog is barking. Maybe this is a crow. Okay. Yep. We'll make this guy, maybe we'll make this guy a wolf, yeah? I'll make ears here. These are triangles. Another triangle here. Right. And he's chewing and just enjoying the meal. Right? Right, there we go. Enjoying that meal. Chewing, chewing, chewing. Got our bear. Chewing away. Alright, now we can maybe have another bear is back here and he's helping to cook. He's hunched over. He's got an apron on. Apron here. Crow is helping out, making food. Bear out here slinging ramen. He's working hard. Okay. We've got curtains coming down here. The obligatory ramen bar. Curtains. Okay. Fun stuff so far. Just putting all these details in. Hanging on a pole. Boom, boom. All right. And we have heavier lines here. Show the weight of the curtain as we're going through here. And then the ceiling. Okay. A lot of stuff going on over here. We'll put a lantern over here. How about that? Yes. Right. Open air market. All right. We'll put a lantern over here, just the side of one. Okay. And we'll kind of have the makings of another building over here. Nothing too crazy. Erase those guidelines. We don't need those anymore. Okay. Same thing over here. Get rid of these guidelines. Once you erase these guidelines, things start coming together. Okay. It's a little ramen shop. All right. Okay. So we have the makings of a pretty cool looking place, right? Well, they don't really have waiters at some ramen places. They're just, people at the bar. Okay. Now, we're going to bring this little space to life, okay? Just using some value shading. And maybe we'll give this bear a little bit more human characteristics, like give him some glasses. Maybe he's got bad eyesight. Who knows? And they just kind of rest on his head. Yeah. All right. All right. So now, put some information in here like the nori or seaweed in the water. Some of the spiral cut fishy stuff. Oof, not my favorite, but noodles. Just throwing these in here real quick. Noodles, chives. And we're going to darken some of these values in there in a little bit. Okay. Now, cool lights going on here. Maybe we'll put some lamps over here. A little bit bigger. Bigger. And bigger. And then one kind of in the foreground here that's really big. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to push a lot of this information back further. A little time shading. And we're just putting in some middle values here for right now. Again, I want to spend more time on my focal points, which are going to be these guys, where I want my audience, people who are viewing the artwork, I want them to spend more time looking at those rather than the background so much. Okay. Yeah, they're not practicing social distancing, though. Good point. So for many of you that I teach, you've probably found out by now that we are no longer going back to school. Like, school is now officially closed. And so for my seniors, I'm really sorry. It's definitely a bummer. It's not how you probably envisioned finishing your senior year. For my seniors who are dealing with this right now, I'm really, really sorry. But it's probably the safest thing that we can do at this point. But it is what it is at this point. Sorry, guys. No, it's not what you want to hear, but that's what we're dealing with right now, guys. Hi, Nanda. Hi, Rihanna. So we're finishing the year sheltering in place at home. And that sucks. This is unprecedented. We're in unprecedented waters at this point. I don't think I've experienced anything like this. I'm sure many of you guys have not. It's not unprecedented in the sense that we've had cities dealing with pandemics, or the entire world is kind of having to deal with this right now. It's unprecedented. All right. So all I'm doing is just getting rid of some information so I can go in now with more information. And I'm already starting to put in some values here. Not too crazy. I want more light coming from in here. As in these are like recessed candlelights kind of thing. And these are going to be darker. Don't ask me how a crow is giving someone a bowl of ramen, but he is, even though he doesn't have fingers. But he is. Oh yeah, gotta get rid of this line. I'll put more shadow further away from the light sources. Hey guys. Apron. So if there are any of my students, my AP students, or any of my art students who need to touch base with me, want to ask some questions, or just getting up and missed out on our Zoom kind of classroom meeting today, please join us tomorrow, same time. Okay. Hey, Holden. Hello, Jessica. So this is an animal's ramen house. So I'm using my pencil to create texture that I want to show. It's almost like a rattan, almost. Boom. Okay. Show the bear's texture a little bit as he's sitting in his chair. This is coming down. This is going to be in shadow here. More shadow, darker shadow. Okay, so all I'm doing is putting in shadow here behind so that our wolf here, who's enjoying his meal, he's really enjoying it. Probably took too big of a bite. And a very happy grizzly bear is enjoying his meal. Change the angle of that chopstick. Fill this in. There we go. Some nori sticking out here. Hello, Athena. McGregor. Not quite like Spirited Away, but more North American animal. Maybe spirited away in Colorado. So all I'm doing now is putting in the shadows. My light source is coming from the bar of the ramen shop. Okay. And chopsticks. So I'm only going to do a few showing, and then I'm going to fill in the rest of them with value and harder lines. So shadow down here. Pieces here in the back. Shadow. Hard shadows on the left-hand side, pulling down. There are chopsticks. And then directional shading lines going this way. Pull this down here. Round this out. Boom. Okay. Maybe we'll make this a bowl over here that is empty because whoever was sitting next to the bear finished their bowl. Just like so. Empty bowl. Maybe just the dregs of the broth are left. All right? And then discarded chopsticks. Okay. Boom. Makes me want to have ramen now. In this line. Right there. There we go. All right. So again, guys, we're just using values to describe this space, and we're using distinctive lines as well as we're going through this. And I'm doing this quickly because it's already 11:40, yo. So this is something that I teach all of my art students who come through my program, is how to build an environment using one-point perspective, and also how to create volume using value shading, which we are doing right now. Switch pencils because I'm running out of pencils. We're gonna show more chopsticks down here. Cap them off with some right angles on the top here, and also make it kind of inconsistent. We don't want it like looking like a beautiful straight up even thing. We want it to look as if it's a jumble of chopsticks. Now we're gonna do some shading here. Maybe that's a little thing I show you. Okay, same thing over here. This is the show you bottle. dark, because if it is show you, it's going to be dark. We're going to go in through and add the cast shadows in a minute. Okay. And again, we only have a little bit of time to do this. Okay. Oh, thanks, Ray. Long time. All right, now throw in some middle values here on the grizzly's arm. And once again, you're not obligated to follow along, but if you're just wanting to watch, that's totally fine. For my students, this is just an opportunity for you to do a synchronous activity with your teacher, and you have asynchronous activities that you guys are hopefully working on. Leaving a little bit of light value on the outside, and then using your marks to describe volume and shape. Master Splinter. Somebody like me enjoyed Ninja Turtles. Fade this out. Combine these. Look at that. There we go. My favorite, I have a lot of favorites. What year did you graduate? I'm kind of curious now. Oh my god, whatever, Raven. Child, you've changed your Instagram handle multiple times. I can't keep track. Hello, Haley. How you doing, bro? Hope you are well. You got deleted. Ah, look at you. What happened? My child Haley, how are you? Cool. Where are you working? Who's sending you to work? Oh man. I wish employers would wake up and smell the chaos right now. I'm gonna put a little bit of shading on this side. Yeah, okay. We're doing good. Empty bowl of ramen needs some shading here. And I'm using, again, marks to inform shape, volume, and weight. All right. Empty bowl. So once again, I'm just gonna let you guys know, if you're one of my students, if you haven't heard already, we are officially closed for the rest of the year. And like I was saying before, it's unfortunate that, particularly if you're a senior, that this is the way you're ending your year. I'm really sorry. But that's where we're at right now. Just not how I wanted to end the year either. Okay. Now, pretty much done. I'm gonna add some darkening here, certain lines. Right. But we're almost done with this drawing. Okay. All right, folks. Been a lot of fun. Going to put in some highlights here. These are working lamps. Make this guy look a little bit more crow-like. Right now he's looking more bald eagle-ish. Okay. Yeah. All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you weren't able to watch this from the very beginning, you can always go to my YouTube channel, which is linked in the bio of my Instagram account. It's Wednesday. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 o'clock on Thursday. Have a blessed day. Stay home, stay safe, and take care.